Hello again, my name is Dana, and today I am going to be a bit bold. I am going to tackle the topic of healing and why God doesn't heal. So, this is going to be in relation more to chronic illnesses or terminal illnesses and whether God heals or not. Through my many years of walking with the Lord, I have heard many reasons and even excuses or condemnation of why God didn't heal me. I suffered from a chronic illness for over 20 years. And I had been prayed for healing many times. And when the healing didn't happen, there seems to be pretty much two reasons why I was told I wasn't healed. Reason number one, I didn't have enough faith. Reason number two, I had sin in my life. So reason number one, I don't have enough faith. There are two problems with this. First of all, it means that the healing is my responsibility. And secondly, it means that healing is within my power. So whenever someone has a chronic illness, I don't know of anyone, certainly not myself, who thought, I love being sick. I love having my life be feel like it's left in the trash because I can't have any kind of a functioning life because I am sick. So yeah, I want to stay here. I would never said that. And I don't know anyone who thinks, wow, this is wonderful. I want to be sick. So of course, people want to be healed. People want to be cured. They want to be better. So the whole faith scenario that I don't have enough faith, well, how would the question would be, well, how do I get more faith? We can't get more faith. There's an example where, I don't have the reference off the top of my head, but Jesus' father has a demon-possessed son, and he comes to Jesus and says, heal my son. And he says, help my unbelief. He doesn't say, give me a minute, Jesus. Let me go get some more faith. Let me go grow some more faith. Let me go acquire more faith, strengthen my faith, increase my faith. He says, help my unbelief. I cannot magically stir up more faith. How much faith then do I need to have in order to be healed? God talks about if we have faith the size of a mustard seed, we can move mountains. So the size of a mustard seed is like the size of the tip of a pin. It's quite small. So if I don't have enough faith to be healed, I don't know how to solve that. I don't know how to fix it. How do I have more faith? And how much is enough? So also, it puts the focus back on me. It's about how much faith I have. It's about the healing is my responsibility. It's within my power. It's on me to fix it. So when I don't have enough faith, if I believe I don't have enough faith and that's why I'm not healed, then I leave someone praying for me for my healing, having not been healed, I leave feeling condemned again and powerless and hopeless. And well, what's the point? It doesn't matter what I do or the faith I thought I had. There were many times where I believed that God could heal me if he wanted to. And numerous times people prayed for me and I prayed that God would heal me and his answer was no. So what do I do with that? I'm going to come back to that answer because it's going to tie into the second reason. The second reason that God doesn't heal me is because I have sin in my life. So this one is also tricky. It's impossible to live a sin-free life. 100% impossible. So if I need God's grace for salvation, he has made me 100% holy and righteous standing before him through the work of Jesus Christ. I'm going to sin in my life. I'm going to make mistakes. I will not be a sin-free person. Now, I stand holy and righteous before the Father because of what Jesus Christ has done. And when I sin in my life, his forgiveness is freely given when I repent and ask for his forgiveness. But it is ludicrous to think that I will never have sin in my life and I'm never going to make mistakes. So if my healing is based on my good performance, I'm in trouble. And frankly, so are you. We're in big trouble here because I will never be sin-free enough to earn God's healing. Both of these scenarios that I don't have enough faith or I have sin in my life, they lead to condemnation and hopelessness. I can remember when I would be prayed for and I wasn't healed and someone would say, well, you have sin in your life. And I would say, I have genuinely come before the Lord and asked him to show me anything in my life that is not of him that I need to change, or I need to confess, or change my ways. And the response was, well, it must be unknown. It's hidden. It's unconfessed. If I'm genuinely coming to the Lord and asking him to show me, and he's still keeping it a secret from me, how can I do anything about that? It's like tying my hands behind my back and then asking me to box. I have nothing to stand on. I have no recourse. I am a solution-driven person. Like, I love finding solutions. So it's super frustrating when I'm being told this is on you, you need to solve it, but I don't have the means or the ability or the power to solve it. And again, I'm going to say it again, it leads to condemnation and hopelessness. This is not true. I'm trying to decide if this is the time I bring in an occurrence in my life. When God allows an illness, it's his sovereign choice. When God heals someone, it's his sovereign choice. There is nothing that individual did to incur the illness, or to earn that illness, or to deserve the illness. Likewise, there is nothing that person did to earn or deserve the healing. In the big picture scenario, God has a plan and a purpose that I don't understand, but I trust him. So when he allows an illness, or when he provides a healing, they are both in his sovereign plan and decision. And I don't understand it, and it's actually not my place to understand it. God does not invite me into his decision making. God does not run his plans and purposes by me to see if I approve or I think it's a good idea. Why? Because I am a limited, finite individual. He is God. What I am responsible for is my response to him. So in the midst of not being healed, who is he? When I beg and I plead and I want nothing more than to be released from the pain, and I don't think I can take it another moment, who is he in that moment? He wants to be, he is in the midst of the pain with you. He sees your hurt and your tears and your pain. And he wants you to merely turn to him and say, help me. God, show me who you are in the midst of this illness and this pain, and help me to endure, to trust. He is your strength. He is your refuge. He is the one who will carry you. He is the one who will wrap his arms around you, who will carry you, who will comfort you, who will love you. He wants to be that and be there for you, but you have to allow him. So for those of you who are ill right now, who are sick, again, I'm sorry. It sucks. Sometimes there's just, when I would be ill and people I would try to explain to them what a day is like to have chronic pain where you can't get out of bed, you can't function, you can't think about the future, you can't even think about that day or the next hour. All that you are being bombarded with is pain. There aren't words to describe that unless you're there or you've been there. So I'm sorry if that's where you're at right now. But conversely, in those most painful, agonizing moments, God was so real, and he was so present, and he was so near me. Not because I'm special, not because I've earned anything, not because I have any kind of brownie points with God, but because of who he is, and that you're his child, and that he loves you, and he wants to come alongside you and be present with you. Allow him that. Take a moment to say, in whatever words you want, wherever you are, God, I hurt, I don't understand. Help me in this moment. Help me. Give me the strength for my next breath. for the next minute, for the next hour. Help me, God. Ask him to reveal himself to you, to set aside all of the condemnation and the false beliefs and the lies that you've believed. Ask him to be your comfort, to be your strength, and give him that opportunity to answer you in the midst of your pain and your suffering right now. I am going to declare that it is not a lack of faith that you're not healed, and it's not because there's sin in your life. I know that statement is going to upset a lot of people, but allowing an illness is God's sovereign choice, and providing healing is his sovereign choice. Everything in between, I don't know and I don't understand, but I know him. And I know that he wants to be your strength and your comfort and your hope in the midst of the pain that you're in right now. It's not to say you're never going to be healed. It's not to say that your circumstances may not change one day. But I can remember I am in the midst of my pain, and on my bad days, I did not have enough energy or fortitude or even courage to think that maybe one day my circumstances are going to change. I needed help and comfort in that moment, and God is there to provide that for you. I encourage you with that today. All right. God's got this. He has you in the palm of his hand. You are not forgotten. And he is with you in this very moment where you are. Allow him to be God in your life. Surrender to him. Simply say, God, I need you, and I trust you even though I don't understand. And be surprised with where and how he's going to carry you.